So
Not
what's a
like that.
quality that you want your husband to have that you wish I had?
Knowing what, like, spontaneous things I want to do versus what I don't want to do. Because I know that Mom brought something up yesterday.
What'd she
Of like,
bring
she
up?
was like, I go on the hikes because you like the hikes.
Oh,
I don't
yeah, yeah.
actually like hikes. You weren't aware of that. She didn't tell you that. But
And today she asked to go to the beach after this,
Mhm.
right? And so I made the comment, I'm like, what am I just gonna go and like lay on the beach? So
That's
I
what she wants to
realized
do.
that's what she wants to do. So we didn't plan to go. So spontaneously after this, I'm gonna go to the beach and I'm gonna hang out, knowing that the comment she made yesterday was, we could go do a hike today, but then she would be doing the thing that makes me feel like it's valuable, whereas I don't feel like laying on the beach is valuable.
But to her it is.
But to her it is. Right? You're 17, so the reality is like you could meet your husband in the next few years, right? If you haven't already. So to what degree do you think that you are going to look to me and Brody to set a tone, to call to action, or speak into the relationship of this, future dude who's going to come along?
I mean, I really do value all of your opinions on who I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
And if somebody doesn't, if there's a reason why you don't like it, like a serious reason, not like, oh my gosh, he's dating my daughter, like, I don't like this dude. Not in that sense, but like if there's a serious, like, there's something off kind of thing, I'll listen to it. I'll take it into consideration. Same with if anybody did. If Presley told me that, same thing, would take it into consideration and look at the relationship. But I think that I want you and Brody to be involved with, like you did when he took me out on a date and asked me to be his girlfriend and stuff. Like, I want you guys to be involved in my relationship in that sense, to a certain extent. I mean,
like, what if we were to take him on a 5-day, like jump him into the family kind of a thing?
I don't know. It really depends on like, if you want to do that if he's been around for 5 years and he's part of the family and we're engaged. Yeah. But until then, until it's for sure that we're going to get married, no. Like, don't do that to my boyfriend in like a year.
No. I don't want them to feel like they can earn it that easily. You know what I mean? He's got to earn it. Then let me ask this. How much, okay, so if you're taking 100%, what percentage is what I say? Like, hey, I'm like, hey, your fiance needs this, and this, okay? What percentage is, hey, let me look for this? And then what percentage is just the way that I showed up for the last, say you get engaged at age 23, okay? So meaning it almost doesn't matter what I say, you're going to marry a dude who is going to be similar to me in the way that I provide for my family, right? So to what level does what I say even matter?
I mean, it matters in the sense of, it matters to a certain extent, but then at some point you have to trust me in what I see and what.
Yeah, right? So I guess what I'm saying is, how much of what you see is going to be based on how I showed up as a dad? Like,
a lot of it. I think it's going to be a lot. Like, the way you show up as a dad and a husband is a lot of what, like, it's all been a positive and in a positive way for the most part. And so that's going to be something that I really look for, because I'm not going to set my kids up for somebody who's going to be.
So what's a quality that you want your husband to have that you wish I had?
I was not ready for that question. As a husband?
Yeah.
Maybe knowing what, like, spontaneous things I want to do versus what I don't want to do. Because I know that Mom brought something up yesterday.
What did she bring up?
She was like, I go on the hikes because you like the hikes. I don't actually like hikes. And it's just like, you weren't aware of that. She didn't tell you that. But
I think I could pretty much.
But, like, other things. There's, like, other,
Okay, so that's a great example. So great is that. And today she asked to go to the beach after this, right? And so I made the comment, I'm like, what am I just going to go and like lay on the beach? So I realized that's what she wants to do. So we didn't plan to go. So spontaneously after this, I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to hang out, knowing that the comment she made yesterday was, we could go do a hike today, but then she would be doing the thing that makes me feel like it's valuable, whereas I don't feel like laying on the beach is valuable.
But to her it is.
But to her it is. So if to her it is, then it's valuable to me.
Right.
So looking for a dude to figure that out before he's 40 sounds like is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, one of the challenges that I gave you, and I've seen a huge progress in this year, was you're stepping into your senior year, and you have freedom, right? Because you got your license when you're a junior. So you have a lot of freedom to go do things with your friends, jobs, the gym, whatever. But one of the challenges I gave you was investing in sibling relationships.
Yeah.
So I've seen that. Obviously it wasn't what I said.
No.
There had to be some sort of trigger for you that made you lean more into that. What was that thing? How did you make that important? And how would you answer that first?
So it was starting of senior year. This happened. It was with the whole family, really, of like realizing in a year from now, I'm going to be moving. I'm not going to have the day-to-day time with my family. Yep. I'm going to have Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, spring break and summer break with my family. But it's not going to be like I get to go to Violet's soccer game in the middle of November, right, when after school. That's not, and I never would go to her sports games, but now it's like, I'm not going to be able to do these things in a year. Like it's more important to me to show them that I care and want to show up for them when I'm not going to, so that they know that I care and love them when I'm not going to be able to next year, like show up for everything. Right. So I think wanting to make that connection just so that I know that we're going to always have that connection, it's been really important to me to like make that really strong this year.